Hey guys, Wanda Outdoors here. Today in this video we're going to be taking a look at my brand new bass boat. It's a beautiful boat by Ranger. It is the RT188, the aluminum boat series by Ranger. So my favorite color combination I think has to be black and green. So guess what we went with? Black and green. I think this is the Fusion Electra Lime Green. Beautiful color. Somewhat gray on the side, so you can see with that green decal. Looks beautiful. Also, these seats are beautiful, so comfy too. Really comfortable. So now the hull length is 18 foot and 10 inches. So it's very close to a 19-foot boat. And the beam width is 92 inches. So as you can see, it's super wide for an aluminum boat. And this back deck is huge. You can easily fit 2 people back here. You can easily, my dad and I easily fish off the front here together. And you would probably be able to fit 3 people on here. Maybe even 4, I don't know. So a very nice looking boat. Very, very nice. My dad and I love it. We think it's an awesome boat. We just love how wide it is, especially compared to our old boat. Okay, so let's start up at the bow here. As the trolling motor, we have the Lowrance Ghost. Awesome trolling motor. Super duper quiet. See the foot pedal right here. I'll show you guys that when we get up in the boat. We got the puck for the GPS for the Ghost. This is a beautiful trolling motor. I love it. You have a seat you can take on and off. We normally take it off so we have all the platform space up there. And we went with the one console. You can get a second console over here, but we didn't need it, so we went with one. Bench seats. Again, a seat in the back you can take off. Probably the most beautiful thing on this boat is the outboard. This is a Mercury Pro XS 115. Absolutely beautiful motor. Most of the time you can't even tell that this engine is running. It is so quiet. When we first got out and we were breaking the engine in, we put it in the neutral and I thought it shut off on me. Started to get a little nervous, but then realized it was still on. It's just that quiet. And when you're idling somewhere or, you know, going no wake speed, you can't even hear the thing. It's absolutely amazing. I know you can get green decals for everywhere that it's red. So here you could get green at the red right there, all along here, but that might be something for the future. Maybe not right now. Going back to the stern, we got the transducer for the we got the transducer for the fish finder at the console, which I'll go over when we get in it. Then we got a DD26 transom saver in green, of course, to match the boat. Beautiful stainless steel prop is the Tempest. So then coming to the side here, you got a strap for your co-angler's rods. You also have rod holders down here, but I don't use those. I don't like them. I will normally lay the butt of the rod up here and lay it across here. I still use the strap though. So I think that's enough of the outside. Let's get up in it. Okay, it's coming up to the bow here. You can see how huge this deck is. You got so much space to walk around on. What I am going to do, I am going to take the seat off real quick. Okay, so the front deck, now that the seat's off, Let's see how much space that clears up. Can walk all the way around up here. So we're gonna go over the compartments first. So of course in the center here, we have the rod locker. We only have 2 rods in it right now. The other rods are in the house, but we fit 7 in here. There's 8 slots. There's 8 holes for rods. But we fit 7. You can definitely fit more than 8. Very spacious. Little divider here to put the butts of your rods in so they don't move around. Keep them in place. Okay, it's coming up to the side compartments up here on the front deck. This one is pretty empty right now. We just have the net in there. Normally we have life jackets, some extra tackle in here, but we have it empty for right now. So having these huge compartments makes everything really easy to get to. But the net is super easy. Sadly, we actually haven't had to use it yet. We haven't had any big fish, sadly, but the day will come. We're excited for it. So that's port side. Now let's move on to starboard. Now again, like the other compartment, we have most of the stuff cleared out. Most of the time we have tackle in here. Let's have some drop shot stuff in here now. But my dad has tackle filled up here, big totes of tackle in here. It can hold a lot of tackle. I'm very impressed. So that's starboard side. Kind of up to the bow. This is the foot pedal for the Ghost. So the cool thing about the Ghost is you have these 3 programmable buttons here. You also have anchor, which I think is equivalent to spot lock on Minn Kota. So we have anchor here, obviously that's what it came with. And then we have constant on here. We have a waypoint for this one. We don't have anything programmed for this one, but you can program all 3 of these with the dots on them. You can program all of those, and that's awesome. So a nice foot pedal. Down here is where you turn the trolling motor on. And over here, you see how much battery you have left, high and low. And 3 lights right there. It's a pretty awesome little foot pedal. And we have tool holders, which you don't use these. We have cup holder. My dad normally puts a water in here or something. Now we also have the foot pedal recessed, as you can see. This makes it a lot easier to use. Then we have the lights. We also have the trim for the outboard. Now, the fish finder we have in the front here is the Elite FS 9 by Lowrance. Now, it's a pretty good fish finder. We are thinking of upgrading to the HDS Live up here in 9-inch probably, but we haven't decided yet. So I'll let you guys know what we decide on with the fish finder. But for right now, we got the Elite FS 9 by Lowrance. I can go ahead and turn on here. I don't even know if you guys can see the screen, but I won't go too in depth with this. But it's a nice, if you're standing up here, it's very nice. But like I said, we're thinking about upgrading to the HDS Live up here. But we will see. So I think that about does it for the bow, actually. So let's keep moving on. Okay, so now moving on, we're going to take a seat in the driver's seat right here. So now this is the console. Awesome. So over here you got bilge pump, you got the aerator, which is for the live well. Aerator controls. This button we made into the Nimia, or however you pronounce it, so these can talk to each other. Because with that we can share waypoints and stuff. So if you put a waypoint on this one here, it will also show up on the one up at the bow, which is cool. So then you got interior lights, which turns on that light underneath the console. Got your nav and anchor lights. You also got your horn. Got your ignition. Trim dial. Speedometer over here. Fuel gauge. So you can see we just filled up a couple days ago, so we're pretty good on gas. Trim everything. Here's a fish finder. This is the HDS Live 9. This is what we're thinking about putting up in the front at the bow, but again, not quite sure what we'll do. You can also control the Ghost from up here. You can do anchor and stuff. I think you can also put courses that it can go on, everything like that. Most of that stuff we do up at the bow though, so we don't really use that a whole lot. Steering wheel is very nice. I like the steering wheel a lot. And coming down here, got the throttle, got the trim, and you also have your kill switch. Make sure to wear your kill switch, guys. And you got the live well controls, open and closed, which that closes a valve in the live well to stop water from flowing in. Also, they're somewhat cheaply made, but there's these cup holders. I don't have a drink with me, but just put your cup right in there. They're not bad. They're somewhat cheap. There's another one on this side. Also expandable. So they're not bad, but they're kind of cheap. Maybe we can upgrade those. I don't know if I mentioned in the front here, we got tool holders in front of the console. Then we have a little step-up box here to step up to the bow, which is kind of a mess right now. Right now we're still kind of trying to get organized and everything with the new boat. So we kind of have everything just thrown around for right now, but eventually we'll get it organized and it will be awesome. So there's a little step-up box. Like I said before, there's rod holders over here, which can fit 4 rod butts in here, which they aren't bad. I just don't like them, so I don't use them. Now moving on to the seats. Oh, we also have the fire extinguisher down here. That's where they put it, so we left it. We might move it somewhere else, but they put it there, so we just left it there for right now. We got the bench seat here. Now, plenty of storage under the seats. Right now, there's nothing, but we normally keep our GoPro stuff in here. We also have a YOLO Tech stick for our GoPro. And same thing under the driver's seat. We have the covers for our fish finders. So plenty of storage under here. Can fit whatever you want. We can just choose to put our GoPros in here, but if you guys want to put something else, you got plenty of storage to do so. And now we also went with this center seat here. You can get a coin box, but we went with the seat here, so if we want to take a third person, we can. And it has the step here, but you can also flip it up, have it into a full seat. But most of the time we have this flipped down, because then you step right up onto it, onto the back deck. Okay, so now moving on to the back deck here, we have the live well. It's got a divider in here that you can take out. Also, you got the live well plug right here. Put that in there. You also got the main plug for the boat. This will just push in. When you want to take it out, just pull it out. Somebody beeping as they drive by. Now this you'll have to screw into the boat, obviously, but that's where we keep that stuff. Okay, so now moving on the port side, rear compartment. We have my deep diving crankbaits and lipless box, top water, and square bills. Now these compartments will fit 3700 series tackle boxes, so like these Plano boxes, they will fit easily. You can fit about 3 of them. I think you'll be able to cram 4, but comfortably I'll fit 3. Also got a little frog box, top water, and just some random box with some hooks and weights and stuff in it. I don't even know why that's in there, I just put it in there. So there's port side. Moving over to the starboard side. My shadow's in the way. The starboard side, same thing. I got my jig box. This is a Plano edge box. We have jerk baits. And we also have spinner baits and buzz baits as well. Now moving on to the battery compartment. Footage might get a little shaky, so I had to hold the camera with one hand. But we have the gas tank right here. 22-gallon gas tank. Amazing. Will last us definitely all day. We can go multiple trips without having to refill. So we got 2 trolling motor batteries and a cranking battery. The cranking battery runs the outboard, starts the outboard, and also runs the fish finders. And then these run the trolling motor, these 2 here. We got a dual pro charger back here. We'll charge about 6 hours. All you have to do is just have to take an extension cord, plug into this, plug into that. So simple. Takes about 6 hours to fully charge. So that's 6 hours, you're good to go. So there you go, there's the battery compartment in the back. Another cool feature, and I think it's brand new for this year's model, is these pop-up cleats, which are very nice. The old models had them on the inside. I just don't like that. But Ranger did a good job with the pop-up cleats on both sides. Also up here at the bow as well, on both sides. So you know what, that might actually do it for up in the boat. We ran through that pretty quickly. Okay, so I think that's going to do it for the video. So if I missed anything, you guys want to see more in depth of anything, please let me know. I can do a video on it. And like I said before, I just think it's a perfect bass boat. It works perfect for my dad and I. It's a great boat altogether. So if you guys liked the video, you guys can check out my other fishing related videos, put them on the screen. And if you liked it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it all. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.